Close your eyes. No alarm clock, no boss, no shift starting at 9, no paycheck on Friday. Now open them. It's 40,000 years ago. The fire nearby is dying to embers, and you have nowhere you have to be. So here's the question nobody ever asks. What did you actually do with your day? Someone still had to eat. Someone still had to stay warm. Someone still had to survive the night. So who decided what needed to be done? Stick around. The answer is more brutal than you think. Most people picture early humans lazing by a fire with nothing but time to kill. That picture is a lie. A day with no job didn't mean a day with nothing to do. It meant a day where everything was your job. Right now, strangers you've never met keep you alive. Farmers grew your breakfast. Engineers built your water pipes. Take that away, and suddenly you are the farmer, the hunter, the builder, the doctor, all in the same 24 hours. So the real question isn't what they did all day. It's how one person did all of that and survived. The sun comes up. No clock tells you it's time. But if you don't move, you don't eat. And finding food wasn't a quick errand. You don't know where the animals are today. You don't know if yesterday's berries are still there. Fail, and you don't eat. Here's the twist. You couldn't do it alone. One person tracking, one watching for danger, one testing which plants would kill you in an hour. Humans who tried surviving completely alone rarely lasted. The job wasn't a task, it was a role inside a team. But say the hunt goes well. Problem solved? Not even close. You've just started a race against time. No fridge, no freezer, meat spoils within hours. Fruit rots in a day. Whatever you worked all morning to get is already trying to disappear. So humans experimented, drying meat in the sun until it hardened, smoking it over fire to stop bacteria, burying food in cool ground. Nobody wrote this down. Someone discovered it once, through trial and terrifying error, and had to teach it perfectly, using only words and demonstration. One broken chain of memory, and the knowledge was gone forever. That should terrify you a little. It terrified them too. And the day isn't over. Your shelter isn't guaranteed either. No landlord, no hardware store. If wind tore your roof last night, you fix it yourself, before dark. And someone has to watch for danger, predators, rival groups, sudden weather. There was no off the clock, no weekend. If the group failed to gather food, or failed to keep watch for even a few bad days, the consequence wasn't a bad review. It was death. So here's the real question. If everyone had to do everything, how did anyone get good at anything? This is where the story turns. Early humans stopped everyone doing everything. They started specializing. Someone became known for sharper tools, someone for tracking, someone for healing wounds, someone for reading storms before they hit. And this moment is enormous. Because now you don't need one person to know everything. You need a group where everyone knows something. That single shift was the first spark of civilization, but it created a new problem. If the toolmaker spends all day making tools, who's getting their food? Suddenly you have to trust the group will support you even on days you contribute nothing directly. How do you convince a hunter to share meat with a toolmaker who caught nothing? How do you stop resentment from tearing the group apart? Something unnamed had to be invented. The seed of every economy that would ever exist. An unspoken agreement. You help me survive today, I help you survive tomorrow. Groups that couldn't hold that together fell apart. Groups that could started to grow. And growth brought a new mystery. Who decides what needs to happen when there are 50 people, not 5? Someone had to settle disputes, decide when to move camp, when to prepare for winter. A new role appeared. Not a hunter, not a healer, a leader. Someone who might not catch a single animal all season, yet whose decisions could decide whether the whole group survived it. This is the moment work stopped meaning only physical labor. It started meaning coordination, responsibility, society quietly taking shape. Not because anyone planned it, but because chaos killed people faster than cooperation ever could. And here's the part that should give you chills. That pressure never stopped. It didn't end with farming. It didn't end with villages, or cities, or the invention of money. Every job today, every office, every career, every paycheck, is a more complicated version of the exact same problem humans solved around that fire 40,000 years ago. Someone needs food, someone needs shelter, someone needs safety. No single person can provide it all alone. You think you live in a different world from your ancestors? You don't. You're living inside the same solution they invented. It just has better tools now. The next time you complain about going to work, remember this. Somewhere, 40,000 years ago, a version of you woke up with no job to go to, and had to invent everything from nothing just to see the next sunrise. Your job didn't start with a paycheck. It started as a promise around a dying fire. Help me survive today, and I'll help you survive tomorrow. You're still keeping that promise. You just call it Monday now.